You wake up tethered to an invisible string, a puppet to the expectations of others, a smile plastered across your face, but inside, you're crumbling. The echoes of rejection reverberate like a drum, pounding in your skull. You say yes when every nerve screams no. The betrayal is thick. The air is heavy with the weight of your unspoken truth. You sacrifice your peace like a martyr on the altar of approval. That's where you find yourself, lost, unraveling, drowning in the illusion that being liked grants you love. This is your wound, and it's time to rip the bandage off. Let's plunge into the seductive web of people-pleasing. Picture this. You're at a gathering. The laughter bounces off the walls like a joyous cacophony. But there you are, nodding, laughing, saying yes to every demand placed upon your fragile spirit. Your heart races, torn between the desire to belong and the fear of rejection lurking in the shadows. And what do you gain? A fleeting sense of connection that vanishes the moment the applause fades. Every yes hones the knife of self-abandonment, your authenticity bleeding out with every agreeable nod. Real connection. It begins when you have the audacity to say no, to carve out space for your soul to breathe. Feel it? The visceral ache, the truth that stings. What you crave isn't approval. It's respect. Respect for yourself, your time, your essence. The illusion shatters under the weight of the truth. Your presence is a gift, not a chore to be bartered. The further you descend, the clearer it becomes. Let's dig into the depths of emotional safety. In your desperate quest to keep the peace, you throw your boundaries against the wall, watching them shatter like glass. You tell yourself that emotional safety resides in the comfort of togetherness, in silencing your truth for the sake of harmony. But the cost? It's a slow leak of your spirit, a depletion of your essence. Carl Jung once said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." How can you become when you're busy morphing into what everyone else wants? You abandon your sacred self for approval, drowning in the quicksand of others' emotions while neglecting your own. The illusion of safety becomes a prison. Can you hear it? The whispers of your true self, silenced beneath the cacophony of others' demands. The pain of self-abandonment is unbearable. You're not safe when you're lost in the labyrinth of shoulds. The only safety is in the reclamation of your boundaries. The only way to guard your heart is to own it, to nurture it, to protect it fiercely. As we spiral deeper, we grapple with the illusion of control. You tell yourself, if I'm available, if I'm endlessly pleasing, I can dictate how others perceive me. But with every piece of your spirit you give away, you lose yourself. You become a shadow, a reflection of what they want you to be. When did you decide your worth was tied to the approval of others? Can you feel the suffocation, the weight of expectation pressing down until you can't even breathe? The truth lurks here, raw and undeniable. True power lies within, not in the desperate dance of external validation. It's here, in the stillness, that you discover your truth. You're not beholden to anyone. The moment you start erecting internal boundaries, the chains of others' perceptions shatter. You reclaim your narrative, your essence, your power. You no longer need to control the perception, you simply need to be. Now, let's talk ritual, the sacred act of setting a boundary. Picture the moment when you decide to cut the cords that tether you to emotional chaos. You stand alone, a warrior in the silence, fierce in your truth. With each breath, you reclaim yourself. You gather the strength to say what needs to be said. The first slice is brutal, a raw exposure of vulnerability, but it's freeing. You don't need more healing. You need to stop lying about who you are. The illusion of a perfect connection shatters, and in that space, you find the rawness of your truth, undiluted, unapologetic. In the quiet, you feel it. The liberation that follows your declaration, an exhalation of relief as the weight lifts. You've severed the unseen ties. Your peace blossoms like a flower breaking through concrete. You never lost control. You gave it away. Feel that echo in your chest. It's sharp. It's true. It's liberating. Remember the first time you say no, feeling the weight of relief flood through your veins? Or that moment of stillness, standing alone in your truth, the quiet of a morning where you breathe deeply, anchored in your own peace. This is where transformation begins, in the embrace of your reality. Don't keep this. Send it to the person still handing away their power, to everyone but themselves. Let it shatter their illusions as it has yours. The dance of emotions is intricate, a tapestry woven with threads of pain, joy, fear, and hope. Yet, so many of us cling to a version of ourselves that crumbles under the weight of inauthentic expectation. We shapeshift into what others want, sacrificing our own desires at the altar of acceptance, believing that this is the path to love. But love is not a bargain. It's a surrender to the truth of who you are, stripped bare, raw, unapologetic. Stop for a moment and breathe. Contemplate the sacrifices you've made. Think of those years spent molding yourself into a version that fits the fantasies of others. The way you wear that mask, thinking it grants you safety. In truth, it suffocates you, binding your spirit with invisible chains. You've played the role so well, haven't you? The supportive friend, the devoted partner, the reliable colleague. Each yes, a currency exchanged for the fleeting approval of those around you. But with every transaction, your soul retreats further into the shadows, hiding in the recesses of your heart, waiting for the day you'll reclaim it. Emotional unavailability is often a defense, a paradox where the one who yearns for connection builds walls high enough to obscure their own reflection. What a cruel trick we play on ourselves, thinking we can shield our hearts by denying our need for genuine intimacy. We dismiss our desires, masquerading as stoics, while inside, a storm rages, tumultuous and untamed. In this journey, you must confront the truth. Being emotionally available isn't weakness. It's the ultimate act of courage. It's allowing yourself to be seen, the good, the bad, the ugly, a chaotic blend of human experience. Real intimacy is forged in vulnerability, and yet we dismiss it, afraid of judgment, terrified of rejection. As Elias would say, what irritates us in others often reflects unhealed parts of ourselves. The criticism, the anger, the discontent, they're mirrors showing us what we refuse to acknowledge. When someone triggers you, it's like a bell tolling, a reminder that healing is calling. Instead of lashing out or withdrawing, pause. Look closely and ask yourself, what part of me feels this pain? Delving deeper into your shadow invites you to confront these truths. Each emotional reaction is a breadcrumb leading back to your soul, a path illuminated by the flickering light of awareness. The irritants in your life become teachers, pushing you toward self-discovery and growth. They invite you to pull back the curtain and witness the unhealed parts of yourself, the wounds you've ignored. As Elias suggests, emotional mastery is not denial, but transmutation. It's taking the fire of anger, frustration, and disappointment and transforming it into insight. You have the power to decode these feelings, to sift through the ashes of your reactions and see what lies beneath. Anger is not the enemy. It's a powerful messenger bearing gifts of knowledge. When you learn to observe your feelings without judgment, you create a sacred space for transformation. This is the pause that Elias speaks of, the moment when you stop the automatic reactions and engage in the conscious act of reflection. In this space, you reclaim your narrative, reshaping your response from a reflex into a conscious choice. The mastery of your emotions begins with the commitment to self-reflection. It requires a level of honesty that feels uncomfortable at first. Every time you're confronted with a trigger, resist the urge to react. Instead, dig deep. What is this emotion trying to tell you? What aspect of your shadow wants to be acknowledged? This is not an easy path. It is a confrontational journey that demands you look unflinchingly at the parts of yourself you've long buried. It is the rawness of truth that can feel like a jagged knife cutting through the fabric of your carefully constructed identity. But in that pain lies liberation, the promise of knowing your true self. Those who upset you the most are often your greatest teachers. They reveal the edges of your unconscious identity, exposing the areas that need your attention. The chaos they bring forth is an opportunity for healing, a chance to illuminate the shadows you've neglected. Instead of blaming them for your discomfort, embrace the lesson they offer. Reclaiming your power means recognizing that your emotional state is yours alone to govern. This is where the distinction between control and leadership becomes essential. You cannot control how others perceive you, but you can lead yourself with integrity. You can choose to respond with authenticity rather than react from a place of fear. True strength lies in the calm that withstands provocation. When others spew anger, lash out, or seek to manipulate, remember, you are not defined by their chaos. Boundaries become your armor, not just for yourself, but as acts of love toward others. They create the emotional clarity necessary for healthy relationships, allowing you to show up fully without losing yourself in the process. Compassion, Elias teaches, is the antidote to judgment. When you recognize that all behavior stems from a deeper story, your heart opens. You begin to see others not as enemies, but as fellow travelers on this tumultuous journey of existence. In that recognition, anger dissipates, giving way to understanding. Silence becomes a powerful reply, a testament to your inner peace. Choose it consciously, for in silence, you learn to cultivate a relationship with your own thoughts and feelings. This awareness is crucial in a world that bombards you with distractions and reactions. Moving from control to self-leadership demands you take full responsibility for your energy. Peace does not mean indifference. It is the mature sovereignty of your spirit. It is standing strong in your truth, unwavering in your convictions while allowing others their own journey, complete with their triggers and shadows. As Elias navigates this realm, he acknowledges the spiritual nature of the path. It is not built on fantasies, but grounded in the full embrace of your humanity. Each emotion is a sacred messenger. Each moment of presence is an opportunity for self-liberation. It is the recognition that freedom is not found in trying to fix the world around you. It is found in ceasing to react from your wounds. The practice Elias speaks of is not about achieving perfection. It's about choosing daily to respond with soul instead of ego. You become the gardener of your consciousness, tending to the inner landscape with care. Every breath, every pause, every choice becomes an act of self-love, nurturing the blossoming of your true essence. In this wild, chaotic world, you have the power to reclaim your narrative. You can honor your truth and create space for your own healing. Embrace the discomfort, confront the rawness of your emotions, and transform them into the light of self-awareness. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a step towards liberation. Don't shy away from the reality of your existence. Acknowledge the wounds, the pain, the beauty of your journey. The path is laden with challenges, but in facing them, you find your strength. It's time to confront the lies you've told yourself, to strip away the masks that no longer serve you, and to embrace the exquisite complexity of being human. This is your call to action, your invitation to rise from the ashes of complacency. It's time to step into the power of your own truth, to carve out the life you desire, free from the shackles of others' expectations. The journey may be daunting, but it's also profoundly beautiful. You hold the keys to your liberation. The world is waiting for you to reclaim your soul. It's time to break free from the illusions, to honor your boundaries, and to embrace the full spectrum of your humanity. Stand tall, breathe deep, and step boldly into your truth. You are the architect of your destiny. Build it with integrity, authenticity, and fierce love. You have the power to reshape your reality, to mold it with the raw clay of your experiences and emotions. Every action you take, every word you speak, every boundary you set is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. You are the artist, and this is your masterpiece, a representation of your truth, your struggles, your victories, and your growth. Begin to understand the gravity of choice. Each moment presents an opportunity to respond differently. to rise above the impulse to please or react. The choice is yours to embrace authenticity over facade, to choose the discomfort of honesty over the ease of conformity. It's in these choices that you reclaim your agency, your divine right to exist as you are, unfiltered and unapologetic. Imagine a life where you trust yourself enough to speak your truth, to express your needs, and to draw boundaries that honor your spirit. In that life, the approval of others loses its power. The need to be liked fades, replaced by a profound trust in your own worth. You no longer seek validation outside of yourself. Instead, you cultivate it from within. Feel the shift as you step into this new reality. It's empowering, invigorating, and terrifying all at once. The fear of judgment may still linger, but you begin to see it for what it is. A reflection of your own insecurities, not a marker of your value. This is the moment where transformation ignites. This is the fire that fuels your journey of individuation, as Jung described. Individuation is the sacred process of becoming who you truly are. It's peeling back the layers of conditioning and expectation, confronting the shadow self that has lurked in the corners of your psyche. It's the journey toward wholeness, where you embrace every facet of your being, the light and the dark, the beautiful and the flawed. It's time to venture into the depths of your soul, to unearth those buried emotions that have long been neglected. Every tear you've shed, every wound you've carried, is a testament to your journey. These experiences are not weaknesses. They are the very fabric of your resilience. By acknowledging them, you reclaim your power. Let's talk about the beauty of imperfection. In a world that often glorifies perfection, it's imperative to recognize that true beauty lies in authenticity. The scars you bear are not blemishes. They tell the story of your survival, your courage, your ability to rise from the ashes. Embrace them. Wear them like a badge of honor, for they signify your journey through the fire. The process of individuation requires you to embrace the shadow, to acknowledge the parts of yourself that you've disowned, the moments of rage, jealousy, sadness, and fear. These emotions are not your enemies. They are crucial to understanding your full self. By weaving them into your narrative, you bring them into the light, allowing them to transform from burdens into allies. As you traverse this path, remind yourself that it is not linear. There will be detours, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But each step, no matter how small, is a progression toward your authentic self. The key is to remain committed to the journey, to cultivate patience and compassion for yourself, and to honor the complexity of your being. In this dance of growth, you will encounter those who challenge you, those who trigger your deepest wounds. These interactions are not mere nuisances. They are sacred opportunities for learning. They serve as mirrors reflecting the unresolved conflicts within you. Rather than viewing them as adversaries, see them as guides leading you back to your truth. Elias teaches us that our emotional responses are not mere reactions, but invitations to explore the depths of our inner landscape. Each trigger is a doorway to understanding ourselves better. When someone provokes you, pause. Ask yourself, what part of me is being activated? What unresolved pain is surfacing? This practice transforms conflict into insight, turning irritation into wisdom. It's essential to approach these moments with curiosity rather than judgment. Embrace the discomfort. It's a sign of growth. Allow it to illuminate the shadows, urging you to confront the unacknowledged aspects of your identity. This is where healing begins, in the recognition of your wholeness, in the acceptance of your imperfections. As you delve deeper into the layers of your psyche, you will likely encounter the familiar specter of fear. Fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, fear of being unlovable. These fears are deeply rooted, often stemming from childhood experiences that shaped your understanding of love and acceptance. Acknowledge them, don't shove them aside. They have played a significant role in forming the person you are today. But remember, these fears do not define you. They are threads in the greater tapestry of your identity, not the entirety of it. You have the power to reframe your narrative, to create a new story that aligns with your authentic self. It is time to rewrite the script, to embrace the possibility of love and connection on your own terms. Set boundaries with intention. Boundaries are not walls meant to isolate you. They are bridges crafted to protect your spirit. They allow you to engage in relationships that nourish you rather than deplete you. When you establish clear boundaries, you create a sacred space for your needs to be honored and respected. This practice of boundary setting is an act of self-love, a declaration that you deserve to exist in a way that feels true to you. You are not responsible for the reactions of others. You are responsible for your own well-being. When you stand firm in your boundaries, you empower not only yourself, but also those around you to do the same. The journey toward self-awareness is an act of radical self-acceptance. It requires you to honor your feelings, to allow yourself to feel deeply without judgment. There is power in vulnerability. It is a strength that fosters genuine connection and intimacy. When you show up authentically, you invite others to do the same. As you reclaim your voice, remember that it is a tool for creation. Use it to express your needs, your desires, and your truths. The world is hungry for authenticity, for the rawness of honest expression. Your voice matters. It has the power to inspire, to heal, and to connect. In the dance of life, there will be moments of silence, moments of stillness, where you can reflect on your journey and the emotions that arise within you. Embrace these moments. They are where clarity blooms. It's in the quiet that you can hear the whispers of your soul, guiding you toward your true path. As you continue to navigate this complex terrain, allow yourself to be gentle with your heart. Healing is not a race. It's a journey of unfolding. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Each step toward authenticity is a victory, a testament to your courage and strength. In closing, remember this: you are not alone in your journey. Every soul you encounter is navigating their own path, wrestling with their own shadows and fears. When you embrace your truth, you create a ripple effect, inspiring others to do the same. So stand tall, breathe deep, and step boldly into your truth. The world awaits your light, your authenticity. You are a force of nature, a being of infinite potential. Embrace your journey, honor your wounds, and let them guide you toward your liberation.